Amen. Thank you. We love you, man. See you next week.
Love you guys too.
That was Pastor Jay, the pastor to the star. Coming up, we got a song for when your mom and daddy were still together. Plus, are you giving him a compliment or an insult? Find out on my top 10. That's coming up in less than 15 minutes. It's the DL Hughley Show.
Get your laugh on weekday afternoons on the DL Hughley Show.
Ugh. I don't like that kind of song, and my parents didn't listen to this record when I was growing up. I think it's Levert. My parents didn't listen to Levert. They didn't listen to that kind of music when I was growing up. They had music that they listened to, but it wasn't that. I gotta go in here. So I wanted to just stop in for a moment. I was listening to the DL Hughley show, but I really like it when DL be talking. I really don't like his the music that he plays in his radio show. Clearly, I'm the minority in this, but that's all right. I'll be there. I hear police sirens, but oh well. So I'm gonna go on in here. Hope y'all had a wonderful day, and I'll talk to y'all later. Bye. Oh, let me do this here. I meant to do this here this morning, but I didn't. So I will do it now because I brought all my stuff with me. So let's do that. Bizarre truths. Bizarre truth for today is... Oh my God. Let's do it. The skinny on sumo wrestling. Contrary to what you may believe, you don't have to be enormous to be a sumo wrestler. In some instances, being relatively thin works just fine. Did you know that? I didn't know that. See, that's why I love this book. Supersize them. Historically, sumo wrestlers or rikishis have been known to dent the scales from roughly 220 pounds, which would comprise the sports version of a 98-pound weakling. 98-pound weakling. To 518 pounds, which is what I'm accustomed to. How about you? I'm used to them being pretty big. But in the world of professional sumo, with its incessant hand slapping, salt tossing, foot stumping, bull rushing, and chest bashing, bigger isn't universally or undeniably better. In the traditional ranks of Japanese sumo, where kudos to Shinto deities to ensure healthy harvest once played as large a role as the blubber-to-blubber combat, the highest order of achievers are given the honorable title of Yokozuna. No, Yokozuna does not translate to "is there any more cake?" The road to Yokozuna. To become a Yokozuna, a wrestler must simultaneously satisfy both subjective and objective criteria. He must dominate in the dojo or ring, where 2 consecutive grand tournament wins are considered a nifty way to attract the eye of Japan Sumo Association judges. He also must demonstrate a combination of skill, power, dignity, and grace. Fewer than 70 men in the centuries-old sport of sumo have ascended to that lofty tier, and most have been larger-than-life figures, literally. The 27th Yokozuna, known as Toshigayama, was an exception. a star of the sport between 1918 and 1925. Toshigiyama was a comparative beanpole at about 230 pounds. Yet he proved to be a crafty tactician, frequently moving mountains of flesh. His one-loss record was 115-8. He only lost 8, won 115. At the opposite end of the spectrum loomed the mighty Musa Shimaru, the 67th Yokozuna. He dominated the 18-square-foot doyo while clad in his mawashi, not a diaper, though it looks like one. Between 1999 and 2003, Musa Shimaru won about 75% of his 300 or so bouts, due in great measure to the fearsome nature of his physique. He tipped the scales at about 520 pounds, give or take a sack of bacon cheeseburgers. Somewhere in the middle, we find perhaps the greatest of them all, Taiho, who reigned in the 1960s and became the 48th Yokozuna. Taiho chalked up 32 tournament wins and weighed 337 pounds. Bottom line, it isn't necessary to be a giant in order to make the grade as a sumo wrestler. Say what? Happiness is your dentist telling you it won't hurt and then having him catch his hand on the drill. Johnny Carson. I think your whole life shows in your face and you should be proud of that. Lauren Bacall. Our greatest responsibility is to be good ancestors. Dr. Jonas Salk. And you can't wring your hands and roll up your sleeves at the same time. Pat Schroeder. So that's the skinny on sumo wrestling from the Book of Bizarre Truths, page 226